So hey guys, what's up, it's your girl and I am back with another video. And in today's video I want to talk about, I don't know, maybe I say one of these subjects for Monday, but y'all already know that I first of all, thank you. I appreciate everyone for watching my videos. I'm so grateful for you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm so appreciative. You have no idea. And the reason I'm not really moving my neck is because you know how you sleep on the side of your neck? I have a crick in my neck, but it hurts so bad. But anyway, in today's video, I want to talk about changing people. In my last video, I talked about when God, touches your life and you be so excited and you want to just shout it to the top of the rooftop and you want to tell the world what God did for you. When you be ready to fight anybody that says something bad about God, like, oh, because what you say? Because you talking about who? Oh, okay. Like you just get in that. You just be so excited when God first touch your life. You ready to ride, or you know what I'm saying? You ready to go against everybody who don't believe. You ready to, just something has changed you in your life. Like you will never be the same. Something, well, I ain't gonna say something, Jesus have changed your life. He touched you and you just want to be so excited about it. You just want to tell the world and you want to bring so many people in. And that's what I talked about on Wednesday's video. But as I'm maturing in God and as I'm maturing in my relationship and learning that for me, everybody, God gives us, his people, different assignments. For me, it is setting an example of my life and how I live my life. And hopefully that can change somebody because, we have good intentions. We want people to just feel the happiness and the love and the Holy Spirit of God, but everybody is not willing. People will fight against you. People will hate you. People will, just do whatever it is that the hatred will be so deep because you have a light in your life, because you have Jesus and they know it's something about you. They see it before you see it. And that's another thing, we as the chosen ones struggle with. People see our future before we see it. We're just just going through life. We don't look at ourselves like that, regardless of if they think that we think that we're all that or we're better than people. That's not who we are. If you ask any chosen person, I will guarantee you they will say that God gets all the glory. It's not about them. You typically they will say that they are the vessel that God has used to bring people to him. But like I said, as I've matured, I've learned to be an example of my life. And even when you're not trying to preach the word, or even when you're not, trying to tell people to come to God or whatever, they still, either way it go, they still not gonna like you because you have something that they want, but they're not willing to put their pride aside. They're not willing to let go of that relationship that they know that is not sent from God. They're not willing to let go of that friendship or those friends that they know that God is telling that specific person to release, because God has more for you, a better spouse, not just a husband or a wife, not just somebody, a situationship or somebody you laid up with, or God has godly friends for you. But you so used to this specific friend group because y'all been together since y'all was 3 years old, and it's hard to let go. People, when you are on this walk with God, you're going to sacrifice a lot, and a lot of times you're going to walk alone. And I'm not here to tell you, oh, every day is going to be just roses. And yes, God, in fact, your life it gets spiritual. You go through spiritual warfare, and you could just be walking and people can just be just looking at you like you just the enemy or the devil, or you can always have a problem, or people will always have a problem with you when you have been nothing but nice to them. These are just a few examples, but that comes with the territory of changing your life and becoming godlike, becoming a chosen one. If they did not like God, if they hated God, look what they did to him. You think that they're going to, treat you any differently? No, you're going to go through a lot of spiritual warfare. You're going to go through a lot mentally, emotionally, financially, in relationships with people. You know, you're going to go through so much, but you have to stand still. You have to build a prayer life, because if you don't build this relationship with God, you're going to fail. You're going to say, this is too hard. I'm going to go back to my old life, because at least before I gave my life to God, or at least before, you know, God touched my life in that moment, I didn't have to go through all this. I was just like everybody else. So there was no hate in my life, or so you think. Or people didn't like me for no, people just wasn't mean to me for no reason. You want to go back to what's comfortable for you or to you. But I'm telling you, when God touches your life and you try to go back or you reverse, then it's going to be 10 times harder to get back out of it. Sometimes, you know, when God touches your life and you go back to what you used to do, you can suffer badly. You can suffer badly because you turned around and you went back. So, you know, and you know that there's a calling on your life. You know that God is saying, you going through this, but I'm making you go through this for the glory. I'm making you go through this so that you can help other people when they are coming into, you know, the life and they want to change their life, but you've been through where they've been. So I'm telling you, I'm making you go through all of this so that you can help people. And if you go back, it's so detrimental if you know better. So it's a hard road. It's very difficult. And like I said, you're going to be lonely a lot of times because you're not going to be of this world. You're not going to be interested in doing what you used to do or doing what this world is doing today. You're going to be called weird. You're going to, you know, you're too spiritual, or you too, people will put so many labels and stereotypes on you, but you have to keep moving forward. It's not about people. It's not about people. I mean, it's about people, but it's about showing them that God is real and moving forward regardless of what spiritual warfare that you're going through. That's why I say, when you decide, when God touch your life and you decide to follow Jesus, you have to build a relationship with God. You can't do it on your own. We're not that strong. I don't care who you is, how much money you got, what title you have. All of that means nothing in the kingdom of God. You have to build your relationship. It's very vital. So you have to make a decision. Am I going to continue to stay who I am, even though the old way has never worked for me? It has brought me pain. I have to suffer from the things that I used to do. The mistakes I made years ago, I still have the consequences or the suffering for that. My children have to suffer. My, you know, maybe generations before you will have to suffer if you don't break the chain. Or you can say, I am going to decide to walk with God and give my life to Jesus regardless of what I go through. If it do not kill me, it will make me stronger. And if it does take me out, then guess what? I know that I'm going to be with the Lord. You have to be steadfast. You have to make a decision, and you have to go with it regardless of who come in or who go into your life. And a lot of people are going to come into your life and they're going to be like, oh, well, why you, it's okay, you can do that, girl. You too strict. Like, why you don't have fun? No, it's not that I don't have fun. It's that I have a calling on my life. And I can't do everything everyone else do. Because guess what? When you have a calling on your life, and like I said, and you go back, you're going to suffer 20 times worse than just the average person. And you think, oh, watching that movie, you know, was cool, it's normal, but then you can't sleep at night, or you going through spiritual warfare, or you think, you know, having casual, you know what I'm talking about, you know, adult activity, that's just normal because your friends doing it, everybody else doing it. So, you know, it's not going to be everybody else doing it. They don't seem like they're suffering, but you are going to suffer because that is a calling on your life. Maybe God hasn't called them yet, or maybe God won't call them. I don't know. That's between them and the Lord. But you know that you can't do what everybody else do, and people gonna look at you strange for that. They're not gonna, understand your walk, and they're not going to, believe that you are real. They're not going to, they're gonna call you fake. They're gonna be like, oh, you're not, you think you too good, you're living like, you can't worry about any of that, because whether you live for God or you don't, people gonna talk about you regardless. So I'd rather be on the winning team. I'd rather say no. I'd rather have boundaries than go out there and do the things that I used to do and get the same results, but taking a risk or getting even worse results. So think about that as you, for those who have been called and they're, maybe on the fence, or they're not understanding, or they're weak in their flesh and they want to give up because they can just go back to their old life, and they can think, and people think that that's just easier to do, but it's really not. Like I said, if you've been called and you go back, it's going to be worse on you. So I wouldn't even take that chance. So just stay positive, build a prayerful life, have boundaries, be okay to say no, that is not for me. If that's what you want to do, that's your life, that's fine. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. But for me and my life, I'm going to serve the Lord. So I'll see you guys next video. Bye.